You're going to use that. That's so well worth having. Whether you're just starting this as a new craft, whether you're already sewing, and this is a great bundle, it certainly is with a £3 saving. £23.99 and almost 65% of the stock has now gone. 379646 is the item number. Just a little bit of an update on that one because that one's going very, very fast. Now we've got about 7 minutes left, Tilly. So what can we see now?
Can I cover a few of the things that I haven't said?
Of course.
In the kit that we've just been talking about, we've got the water-soluble stabiliser. Yeah. So I just want to cover that just for any viewers who are not sure what that actually entails. And I've got some examples here. So yours will arrive. So if I put it just on top here, I don't know if you can see the shimmer on the fabric.
You can catch it on the corner there, you can see it.
So it's a bit like, sort of like a cling filmy feel, plasticky feel. And I know it puts a lot of people off thinking plastic, fabric, what do I do with it? Okay, so I've got some examples here. It's a really good way, if I just, if you wanted, you could do this on top of your sewing machine if you wanted, but it adds texture. And what we do is, it's a good way of capturing. Can you see on here, I've got all my little threads.
We'll just try and get in a little bit closer there so we can say, no, it's fine, it's... we're just waiting for the camera to come a little bit closer. We're fine, we can leave it there. Yes, you can see the texture on there now.
So I never throw any of my snippets away, or my threads, or anything. They go into a jar.
You've done.
Okay, and what I do is I just literally lay them all down. I've got a little piece here, if I just...
That is very clear. I hadn't realised what was under there.
Okay, so this is this was one little piece. I brought this because it's on a darker fabric, and I was worried this wouldn't show on camera. This was one I was doing yesterday using the threads in my pack. So I've got a tiny, tiny little snip here. Can you see these little bits of thread here?
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to
come a little bit closer again, Tilly, if you want to hold it still. There we are. There you can see them.
So if you try to stitch with those loose like that, they would get caught in your machine. Okay, what you need to do is just add a little bit of your soluble stabiliser on top, and then on the bottom bit here you can see I've just literally gone straight over with straight stitch in there. But if I just change to the one that I've got underneath, this is sort of like a free motion squiggle.
Do you know, that is just amazing, because we say don't throw things away.
No, and I don't.
But even the spare threads.
I don't.
It's amazing.
So then the magic happens, because when you've got it all over and you think, right, okay, now what do I do with it? Okay, you then, and I couldn't do it on here because obviously we've got the electrics, but you would then rinse that under the tap or put it into a bowl of warm water. Okay, just dunk it under there. This will magically disappear, okay, and you will be left with, ta-da!
Isn't that incredible?
Okay, now I'm hoping that the camera can pick up that real texture.
Oh, now I want to do this. And if I want to do this, I'd be going for that bigger roll that's on the screen as well. You can, of course, get the soluble in the starter kit. You are going to get some. That's at the bottom of the screen for you. Of course, you're going to get the tear away and the bobbin fill as well with that. But if you want more of the soluble, you can actually go for the bigger roll. £21.99. It's new today. You're going to get 50 centimetres wide by 7 metres in length. So there's a lot to be going at there. That's a lot of thread you can cover. 411887 is the item number. I'm just finding this fascinating.
Oh, I'm pleased, I'm pleased. So let me give you a tip as to what you do with this now, okay? Because now you have just created your own cloth out of snippets. So if you want to use this in a piece of applique, like we've done for my sewing machine, you would put fuse a web on the back, okay, and then cut out whatever shape you want. If you don't want it a firm applique, you can just snip straight into it. So I'm just going to show that to camera. Okay, what would you do with it? So let me cut it down. How am I doing for time?
We've got about 3.5 minutes left, I think.
That's cool. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a quick heart very, very quickly. So I've got no fuser web on mine.
Okay.
Now, I don't tend to use fuser web unless I'm doing a bigger project like my sewing machine, because... okay, so can you see how I've got a little heart?
Yes.
Okay, so imagine that we've got a card or a cushion. So you can now apply this, so that's what applique just really means, straight onto your linen, and then you can free motion that down in the same style as I've just done here. Or you could take your free motion foot off, put your normal sewing foot back on, and just go around it with a zigzag. And I did have a little sample, and I think I've left it over.
I'm just thinking, Tilly, would this work if you wanted to stitch onto denim? Could you do the same thing with the soluble?
Yes.
That would, do you know, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? If you've got all your old jeans, and you can sort of add your own threads and then cut out shapes and then maybe applique them onto the back of a jacket, or rather where pockets were on patches. Do you know, we get the jeans done. I know I am. I've got all these ideas again. But I just think, you know, when you see the youngsters, well, not just youngsters, walking down the street with those purposely ripped jeans, and I just want to stick patches on them. I'd be sewing all these over their ripped jeans. That's what I'd be doing. But I just think they'd look amazing. Or
they would.
A bag.
They would.
A bag would look stunning.
See, that's what I was saying just a second ago. If you have the base cloth of your linen. We haven't got enough time in an hour. We need a day, really. I waffle.
I know.
But what I wanted to say with the threads as well, can I very, very quickly? You
certainly can.
Okay, very quickly.
By the way, I've got some of those ripped jeans.
I know what you're going to be doing when you go home. So just for those viewers out there that do enjoy I do a lot of workshops where I use a sketchbook or a doodle journal or a daydream journal, whatever you want to call it, for a quick sketch, and then use that into a project. And quite often this style of where you collect your threads, because it adds such beautiful textures. So where I was in Cornwall last week and I sat there doodling this very, very simple doodle, I draw with just a normal ink pen. It can be a pencil, whatever. But where the black lines are, that's the equivalent of my doodle lines on my free motion embroidery, which is obviously what the ladies were explaining in their books as well. But you can use this sort of style of creating your own design with the threads, because it adds such beautiful texture. So you could choose the colours, say, of the foxgloves, put them onto a piece of fabric, and you don't really need a lot at all, because if you imagine the tiny little foxglove slippers that you put on a flower, this would create probably 5 foxgloves. So can you see how you recycle loads and loads
and
loads?
So inspiring, I've got to say. Do you know what? We've got very little time left.
I knew you'd say that.
Yes, we've only got about
not
much more than 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left now, Tilly. That's all we've got. We're going to just, of course, go to the website and see everything there. You don't forget those solubles on the larger rolls as well. You've got all sorts of fabrics, the pick and mix. You've got the books. We've got scissors. Oh, I'm just going to keep talking because we're going to counting down any second now. Don't forget Tilly's book if you've not seen it before, and all of those other wonderful books as well. Tilly, thank you so much. We could spend all afternoon. Thank you for your emails as well.
Yes,
don't go anywhere. We've got much more coming up for you. Bye bye. Guess what? We've got Leonie coming up next. Let Leonie loose, followed by Crafty with Clarity. Maria's here, and then it's Realms of Fantasy One Day Special once again.
Hi, I'm John Lockwood from John Next Door. I'm lucky enough to have been a guest on Hochanda since day one. I've been working closely with Crafts2 on the development of the John Next Door brand, and also working with their fantastic range of products. I'll be bringing you some fantastic shows that are combining the John Next Door and Crafts2 products. We'll be sharing things like the press cut dies and some of the Find It media and some of the other fantastic tools, accessories and other products that Crafts2 bring to everybody at home. I hope you can join me on my crafting journey and learn some tips and techniques from me that I share with you. So don't miss the Crafts2 shows with me, John Lockwood, on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Hayley from Craft Yourself Silly, and we're really excited to still be working with you guys here on Hochanda. We were there from the very, very beginning, and we're still bringing you lots of really exciting soft crafts. We design and manufacture all of our kits and all of our fabrics here in the UK, and we love bringing them to you. So if you're an experienced sewer or you're just starting out in soft crafts and sewing, join us. There's tips and fabrics for everybody. Make sure you don't miss our shows and come and craft yourself silly on Hochanda.
These 30 sheets of A4 card are an essential pack for any crafter's stash. Perfect for a range of crafting projects. These sheets come in a choice of black, ivory or white. At 300 GSM with a smooth finish, this cardstock is a great starting point to your projects. To add this to your crafting stash, please go to hochanda.com.
I'd have to sing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we usually have a da 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 da.
We got to show up, don't we?
Yeah, not today.
But not today. It's
no.
okay because it drives me nuts anyway.
Does it?
Yeah,
oh, I
that
really
tune.
like it. But it's nice. It's like a call to action for people all around. Hello, sorry, how are you this morning? It's like a little call to action. When you hear that on the telly, if you're doing your tea or getting some late breakfast, you just come on over to the television, sit down in your craft room and enjoy a fabulous show with Leonie.
Then hear that.
Yeah, then you take the dog out for a walk instead. No, it's great to have your company. I know we're going to have a very, very busy show. We're going to introduce you to what we have and then we're going to run through everything for you. Here's Leonie. Can't wait for this show.
Hello.
Graphic 45.
Oh, Graphic 45.
Yes.
It's just always a little bit special.
Yeah.
You know, they're a beautiful brand. They bring out incredible products time after time after time. The artwork is sublime. The imagery is just wonderful. You know, it's a collection of vintage images put together and with a beautiful colour palette. I love the way that they display it on black because it makes your colours pop. This one is just exquisite. Lost in Paradise. I will take you through in detail. I know you're going to see there's two separate options.
There are two options.
But really, it's the biggie that always goes.
Yeah, right. So this is your first one, 725215. That's your item number if you're giving us a call or head to the website. £27.99. It is great value for money. That's your first option. That's your Lost in Paradise. We've got this is brand new today. We've got another option for you if you want to take a look at that. So you might want to choose either or, but many of you going for the whole complete collection, so do hold your horses. This is your second collection of Lost in Paradise. Again, you're getting your 12 by 12 and your 8 by 8 paper pad. You're getting your stickers and your ephemera pack. That's how you say it.
Ephemera.
Yes, that's it. New words all the time. Every day's a school day. £34.99. However,
the big one.
The big one is where you are getting great value for money and you're saving, and it's available on FlexiBuy, and you get a discount if you're a Freedom member.
And it's new.
And it's new. It really is.
Shall we show you? Shall we show you?
So
now,
the whole complete collection, if I just take that away, sorry Leonie, because in the whole complete collection you're getting all of that.
And how very yummy.
It is £54.99, but if you're a Freedom member, it gets even better. It's a delivered price of £49.49. And then you've got FlexiBuy, which means we'll split the cost into two for you. £24.75 today. Delivered price if you're a Freedom member. If not, your P&P will be on your first. And then we'll take another payment in a month's time. This will be dispatched on the 24th of June.
So not
just to let you know. Not
and
long
it's worth
at all.
It, and it is because we do a Graphic 45 direct. Hence why we take a little bit of time getting it over. Okay, let me show you. It is beautiful. It's just, the colours. Right, so we'll start here. So, because it's a very good place to start. It's the beginning. So what you've got here, and this is a thing that Graphic 45 do. They do the beautiful pockets. They do the tabs to go in them. So it's already pre-scored. They're all die cut, so they pop out easy. The tags fit in absolutely beautifully. And again, the imagery on this is stunning. It's all your birds of paradise. It's your flamingos. It's a beautiful flora and fauna as well in there. It is absolutely exquisite. These are all double-sided, so even when you see the back, you're going to see the detail. You've then got the chipboard. Now, the chipboard gives you dimension. It obviously gives you, when you're creating your 3D elements, which I'm sure you will with Graphic 45, this just gives you a bit more dimension. And, of course, absolutely exquisite. You can see everything matches. Everything goes together. You've got tags in there, you've got tabs in there. Really easy die cut, so easy to pop out. So that's your first bit. Then the papers.
Can I show this sample very quickly?
RD made this.
Did he?
Yeah, she's right, because RD has been making you know the Club 45. We've got a brand new Club 45 as well.
We certainly have. We'll show you that later on in the show.
But because Dee's been doing the Club 45, she's learned loads from it, and we were chatting about this yesterday. The Club 45 is worth doing because it gives you ideas and inspiration. So now Dee, she makes something like that because she's learned techniques from Club 45.
Oh, that's amazing.
So now she can put together these boxes, and doesn't that look amazing?
It really does, using the elements from the deal that you're getting today. Love that.
And
okay,
obviously,
Leonie?
you know RD, she's amazingly talented anyway.
Yeah.
We share a room now, you see.
Oh, do you?
Me and Dee's got a crafty room.
Oh, that
RD.
I saw you in the window in that room.
Rather fabulous.
I bet it's a great room to come
fabulous. It's lethal when I'm late, though, because it's a long run to the studio. Okay, so when I forgot something, which is obviously happens quite often, the paper. This is what Graphic 45 is all about. This is your piece de resistance. This is your collection in full. I'll take that away. You will use that. And then, now these are all double-sided. You've got beautiful patterns. You've got exquisite colours going on. Again, you've got lovely detail. They are double-sided. They've all been turned around for us. So we've got both sides. I love these because you're cutting them out. You're obviously using those as tags, as you know, as labels. You've got gorgeous sentiments in there as well. Live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air. How fabulous! Yeah, isn't it?
That sounds like a great summer to me.
It sounds like a great way of life, doesn't it? So you've got some beautiful sentiments in it. Look at that paper. I mean, that is just absolutely crammed full of gorgeous imagery. You know, you've got the birds in there. You've got, I think you've got the butterflies. Look at the beautiful butterflies. The colours are fabulous, aren't they?
Do you know what? Not wanting to boast, but it's just taken me back to when I was in Hawaii once. Those beautiful tropical flowers.
Those
and
colours.
Birds. Oh,
and
it's
I love
gorgeous.
these because that side, sometimes Graphic 45 is so difficult to cut up. That side you don't mind cutting up because on the other side is that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Is that not just exquisite? I'd feature wall in that.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
Isn't that
What would you do with that,
divine?
Leonie? Would you cut into that, or would you just leave it as it is? Because
Lots
it's
of
pretty
people
amazing.
keep these forever and don't cut into them. I highly recommend using it. Cut it.
Really?
Do something with it, yes. Because at the end of the day, otherwise we collect and we collect and we collect. And sadly, there will be a time when we are no more, but our collections are still existing. And it's like...
I would decorate my coffin. Sorry, I don't wish to be morbid, but
taking it a step further.
That's life.
I mean, I'll point out the obvious, but whoa, yeah, that'd be fabulous. Start decoupaging now.
Plan early.
Too dark. Sorry, different levels. But it's a thing. You know, use your papers because that's what we buy them for. We buy them because we adore them. So please use your papers and make something beautiful. Make something you love. I mean, look at that with all your fabulous pineapples on. The other side of that paper is exquisite. Look at the other side of that. I love these. Oh, yeah.
Have we shown the stamps yet?
Yeah,
Have we shown that
because
side?
they're all the right way around.
Sorry,
So we've seen both sides.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just going through them under it. I just go, wow, it's amazing. Sorry.
Ben sorted them all out properly.
Sorry,
for
Ben.
us.
These are so lovely, though.
I think it right, Ben. But look, I love these pages because you're cutting these out. You've got, again, your beautiful sentiments. Paradise is not a
place, it's a state of mind.
Isn't that fabulous?
Yes.
So things like that, great for your art journaling, beautiful for card making, great for home decor, you know, and that's why, I mean, look at that. That's why you need to use these because they're not just for your card making, that's your lead page. Look at that for your lead page.
And you can use that as well.
Beautiful. Good grief, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That is so
This
beautiful.
is a great collection, isn't it?
Oh, look at it. Look at the colours. I adore it.
Do you know, it's very on trend at the moment. Lots of tropical wallpaper, pictures and artwork and designs in the stores at the moment. So very...
Sorry, he's laughing at me because I've just done...
And I got in trouble for mixing them up.
Away.
Yeah, and then we just...
Yeah, it needs sorting out all proper again.
There you go. One would never know.
One would never know.
Right.
So then you get,
yes,
and it is a massive kit. I do apologise it'll take ages, but it's a massive kit, and I always like showing you properly.
Yes.
Because I want to see, I'd want to see what I would buy.
Yes, we are getting busy, by the way. We're showing you the complete collection. Those are your details on the screen. If you wanted to go, there's 2 collections. We've brought them together as a complete collection with freedom discount and flexi buy as well. It's up to you what you go for, but so many of you are going for the complete collection.
Always.
Yes.
It's always the complete collection because we're all the same. If we like Graphic 45, we want the lot.
Yeah.
Okay, your stickers, cardstock stickers. I love these because you've got your borders on there. You've got tiny little stickers which are brilliant accents. They're really, really handy, your stickers. You've got tags, you've got all sorts. You've then got, now this is something that Graphic 45 do with the collections now. And this is an absolute essential because they realised the paper pads, the decorative ones, can be difficult to cut into. So what they give us are these planer pads. Okay. Now the planer pads are designed so they colour match perfectly, so you're going to be able to create your mats and layers, but also because these aren't as harsh to cut into.
Okay.
You know, because they recognise we find it difficult to do. Sorry. We find it difficult to cut into and find the right mat and layer. So you've got the mat and layer.
So that's your 12 by 12.
Indeed. That's your 8 by 8. This one is exactly the same as your 12 by 12 decoratives.
Yes.
But obviously in the reduced size and absolutely essentially beautiful.
And you get some templates as well in the front. So I guess you could use these to cut round your papers.
Absolutely.
So you get the tags in the right shape. I mean, these are beautiful designs. I'm not going to turn this upside down and flick through. This deserves to go through, and you can see here the different elements in that as well. Perhaps a smaller size to ease your way into your journaling.
And it's funny, you will use them differently as well. You know, you can cut into them all separately, but they are absolutely exquisite.
They
but
really
these
are
all the same print as we've shown you with the 12 by 12s.
And the people
but they are stunning.
The people that design a Graphic 45 as well, it's so individual, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it because it is the vintage look.
Yes,
you know, they love the vintage look.
20%, look at that, 20% of the stock of the complete collection has gone already. That is beautiful. Again, it's those vintage colours, almost like Technicolor, isn't it?
Yeah.
That they've used in here.
It's got a bit of a retro vibe.
Yeah, really like that.
I think with these colours, it's that turquoise. Yeah, the beautiful, that one.
Absolutely stunning.
Absolutely magnificent.
So many different elements, but again, like you say, Leonie, this could be just one backdrop, or even just in a frame on your wall. You could use one on the frame on the wall, it's a piece of artwork, and then one in your journaling. Oh, that is beautiful.
Fabulous,
Love this.
So there are your reduced prints. We've then got your ephemera. Now, I adore these because if you're into your art journaling, look at these. So you've got your design, but on the back you've got your postcard. The designs are exquisite. I love these. I think I love them because obviously the designs are stunning, but it gives you somewhere to do your art journaling. It gives you somewhere to do, you know, maybe you are using these for, maybe it's a calendar, maybe you're using them for your planners. You know, there's loads of ways that you can use them. Aren't they fabulous?
They are.
How many do we get these?
I was just saying, I think we're getting 2 of each design. I'm sort of taking a look. Oh, you get 16 of each. Is that 16 of the larger ones, 16 of the smaller ones? I believe there's going to be 2 of each design in there. So again, love one, use one, love one, use one.
Amazing?
If you can't,
aren't they amazing?
Get yourself to actually cut these up, because I love these.
These are one of my favourite elements that Graphic 45 do now. I just think they're exquisite. Let me show you what we've been doing with these.
Okay.
So obviously RD made the beautiful little box. Boxes are fantastic. This is what Graphic 45 are about. Yeah. This is why they make the papers heavyweight. So you'll use them for 3D work. So you'll use them for home decor. You know, so you will get them off the page, which is really important. So that's your what RD's done. I did a little ATC coin. So even obviously with your elements, there's some big elements, but you can still reduce them. I know the ATC coins are really are really on trend at the minute. They work, and it's a lovely way of using scraps, you know. So if you've got a lot of stuff left, because you can layer up, obviously you can do all sorts with these.
And you've used that card to create those?
Well, it was actually the paper.
Oh, was it?
That would have been the paper.
But those
that I
images,
used.
perfect.
But yeah, because the paper is slightly smaller.
Yeah.
Then we've got, now I obviously had to use our Paula's dies. So this is one of Miss P's dies that she launched yesterday. I've cut it, actually I cut it wrong, but I liked it. I forgot to open my card up when I cut it, but I quite like that.
What, the fact that it's got the bits left in?
Yeah, well, because
I
I cut it like that. Yeah, and actually when I've done it, I'm like, oh, I quite like that, actually.
Like that.
But, and done it look beautiful. Don't the papers look beautiful? The papers, now look at that. I know I've put the stuff on the front, but look, that is going to stand. We are talking about good quality paper. Now, cutting into your paper. This is something, right, so if you worry about cutting into your paper, use them for your art journals. This is when your 12 by 12 books really come in handy, because it's on black cardstock, so it's already going to pop. That is your lead page. Now, your lead pages are normally the ones that are really tricky to cut into because they're so exquisite, but when you actually cut into them in a certain way, I mean, I love that now, because the flamingo is now, he is so the centre of attention.
Did you create that background just there?
Yeah, that background is just done with your spritzers. On the other side, what I've done, using our Paula's dies, now that's that page with the beautiful birds again, and I've actually created a pocket, because these I love, I want to see both sides.
Yes.
So for your art journaling, for your scrapbooking, they're absolutely exquisite.
And then you
So
could just
create
take them
a
out and
pocket.
read them. That is a great idea.
Well, that's it. I mean, you could be putting a photo. You might put a photo in there, and then you could put the journaling, what it's about. Or, of course, it might just be your art journaling page. This might just be ideas, inspiration. Then, obviously, I let my little bird fly, and his carrying life is beautiful. And that is pulled out of that page. So you use all the elements that you've cut from the other side of that page, if you will. You use all those elements.
And all the elements are doing something. They're alive.
Yeah.
So they animate your pages. It's absolutely fantastic.
I'm going to demonstrate this, or a version of this page, first of all.
Fabulous.
Just to show you how to create the pocket and how to cut into this.
I do need to tell you,
movement.
A quarter of the stock, Leonie, a quarter of the stock of the complete collection has gone already. We do have something else for you on the show that we're going to show you before we let Leonie loose. We promise we will do that, but we do need to show you the next collection. I love this collection. Now, this is this brand new today? Is it a returning favourite?
Right, so what they do now, they bring back collections. What Graphic 45 used to do, they used to do a collection, then that'd be it, and it was awful. It was awful. So now they bring back collector's editions, and with collector's editions you get in the paper, I mean, this is a massive paper pad. You're getting your stickers, you're also getting your beautiful thingy as well, your chipboard. Let me take you through. So if I do it this way this time and not pile it up, so you can see the beautiful, sorry, it's the best way of showing you without messing the thing up. Look, all these are fun. I mean, look at that. That is such a cool page. I think you can't really see it when it's, but when you get in, you can see the little people.
Yeah, look
at
that.
See?
Are they the Munchkins?
Yeah, I think so.
If you're a big fan of The Wizard of Oz, this really is going to be a delight to you.
One.
And it's taking it back in, isn't it, to the vintage form. I love that.
Isn't it fabulous? Yeah, I adore this. I mean, that is just sensational, isn't it?
Oh, look at
the
that.
artwork is amazing. Obviously, you've got all those, because I love this. I love that with the little ghosties, and you can see the little feet underneath, which is so cute. Look at that paper.
I only had a brain.
In it fab.
Yeah.
Again, with that one, cut into them. But of course, you can frame it. You've got the wonderful Oz there, which is beautiful. You've got all the characters and the yellow brick road, of course.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Oh, and then, wow. Look at that. Another. See, this is what they do. They make some wow papers, don't they? I mean, the design element is amazing. I love that. Just the spiderweb background is phenomenal. That is such a handy one. Because, again, that one you don't mind cutting out. It is important to have papers you don't mind cutting out.
And that's the witch's legs there, isn't it? You can see with those stripy socks. So you might want to colour those in. And there she is.
And there she is.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
I love that. All in the purple. Absolutely adore it. It's beautiful. You've got the gorgeous hearts there.
Dorothy. Sorry, we're just reminiscing. There's your
off
Tin
we
Man.
go. The gorgeous Tin Man.
Dorothy
Look
married the
at
Tin
that.
Man, you know.
Did she?
She
In
did,
real life?
In real life, yeah.
Hey, how romantic. There you go. I don't think I'd marry a Tin Man.
Well, she
Mind
did,
you,
apparently.
if you fell out
The
with me, just
relationship went
stick-
a bit rusty, though.
Sorry.
But this is what it's about. When you get beautiful artwork like this, it brings back those memories of your favourite movie. Again, you know, we know that's the witch's legs when she went underneath the house.
Fabulous, isn't it? See, yeah, I love that. Just amazing. I love this. I love it all, obviously.
Love it.
Every single bit. I think the design is so good. You know, they put the papers together so well. These are just
That is so
beautiful.
I love that one with the... Sorry, let me just show you that. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, isn't it? It's gorgeous, isn't it?
That really is. This is a great collection. If you want to get hold of this, the details are on your screen. £26.99. Here's the thing, if you're going for the complete collection, that's available on FlexiBuy. So if you want to add this to your collection, then we'll split that cost of this into two for you as well, making it affordable. You do the math, you'll see that you'll be able to split the cost of this and the complete collection in the two payments of FlexiBuy. 861 831. I'd definitely go for that. £26.99 on extended delivery. Dispatching this as well on the 24th of June. So wow, love that, love that. Right, more news for Graphic 45. And this is the Graphic 45 Club. Why do you like the club, Leonie?
Because you don't have to, and it's funny actually, me and Charlie were talking about this yesterday, and he said, oh, club, does that mean, you know, we have to join up for life? Do we have to pay a subscription? Do we? No, all it means is every month they're bringing out a new project. The project, something like this. Now, why I love the club is because you are going to learn technique. You are going to get all the products that you need to make these beautiful, beautiful projects. I'll just open this up. Come on, box. But done it. But you're getting all the gorgeous papers. Now, look at this that RD's made. Look at this. This is your project. You get this. You get all these papers. You get all the elements that you need, but look what you are making. You are going to get step-by-step instructions to do this. Not only that, but you are going to get video tutorials. It isn't just making this, it's learning the technique. So it's learning how to cut your papers, how to create the gorgeous pockets, how to create page extenders, and you are getting a stunning kit as well. So that's your beautiful finished project. That's your idea sheet, so you will get your idea sheet. Of course, you do get, as I said, you get step-by-step instructions online as well, which I love because you've got that. But then you get the full kit.
Yeah, you certainly do.
Full kit. You will have stuff left over, even when you've made the project.
That album, by the way, comes to you all made up, and it will give you instructions
Stunning,
on how to add the papers, how to make it look stunning, just like Leonie and Dee have made and created. Then you can go on to make and create more, but that's included, and you also get that fabulous box as well, so you might want to give that as a gift once you've placed it together. This is by the sea. You can see you've got those vintage looks to it, so if you have those days by the seaside with your mum, your dad, or maybe your grandma has got memories, always talks about them, going down to the English seaside, this could be something fantastic to make and create and give to them.
I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful kit, is this. Really, really stunning colour palette. You will notice the colour palettes, they all work together.
Yes.
You know, they use one colour palette, but it looks so different over the different collections. But, I mean, not one colour palette, but, you know, one... Anyway, shut up. But yeah, it's stunning.
It really
I
is.
love these because good value for money. You're getting a full kit,
Yes.
but it's the education.
Yeah.
And I think, like I was saying, when Dee made that box earlier, because she's been doing Club 45, she's learned so many extra skills. And it's funny, actually, because once, ages ago, I brought a Graphic 45 kit when I were living with RD, when I was staying at her house. And I brought it round. I said, oh, just do anything, just have a play.
Yeah.
And she said then she were overwhelmed because she had all this beautiful paper and she was like, I don't know where to start. This helped her. It helped her cut into that paper. It helped give her a starting point. And now, when I had all that and I said, just have a play, she comes out and makes that box. And so within a few of these projects, she's really gained a lot of confidence of using beautiful papers like this.
And it holds your hand every single step of the way. We are dispatching this on July the 12th, £42.99. Brand new today, though, available to you right now, 545 182. But again, dispatching these on the 12th. 12th of July. If you do want to get hold of this, place that in your basket along with everything else. Make sure you check out so you don't miss out, and this is your website to do so. If you see anything with a red banner, that means it's available on FlexiBuy. Anything else you add to your basket will also be available on FlexiBuy as well. Now, yes, if you love Leonie, which of course you do, then why don't you craft along with Leonie? We've got that particular set on the show. Only £19.97. That is exceptional value for money. And along with that, you will get a £5 voucher as well. And you can redeem that. Terms and conditions will be in the email sent to you when you purchase your craft along with Leonie. And that craft along is on June the 23rd. Do you know what? I don't think I'm in for that. Well, I'll have to watch it from home.
Yes,
Even better. Even better.
Will.
I'll watch it along with you guys. You can find all the details on the website. There you go. 23rd of June at 2 p.m. That's 2 hours with Leonie. And there you go. Starting in 11 days, 2 hours, 35 minutes and 6 seconds time. Right. We've taken you through everything, but now it's time to let Leonie loose.
Thanking you, our lovely Janice. OK, so just to note, that craft along, it's the last time today to buy for guaranteed delivery for the actual day. So if you do want to get that, and I know the distress oxides are on there, I've seen them with my own eyes. So the spray and the actual ink pads that I'm using on the day, they're on there. I don't know if we've shared the list of what I'm using, but that is on my Facebook page. So hopefully that's gone out to everybody as well. But it is there of the bits and bobs I'm using. OK, let's get crafting. So I wanted to do a version of that 12 by 12 page. So I'm going to start. Now, this is the smaller 8 by 8 pad. Now, I'm using these dies, of course I am, which sold out, sorry. But that's one of these fantastic little line dies, the wibbly wobbly lines, which are just such good dies. Now, what I want to create is a pocket. So look at your paper, and this is what you need to do. You need to look into your paper. If I put that die, decide where you're putting it. So if I cut it like this, I'm going to chop off my bird's head. You don't want that. That's not good, is it? That's not good. That's not happy karma. If I do that, then I haven't got anything falling over the page as such, and I want something to fall over the page. And the way I'm looking at it is, that's my cut line. So if I wanted anything to come over that page, it'd be something that's on this side and that side. So it'd be something like, for instance, that cut line, it crosses over both sides of that flower. So it'd be that flower that I took over the other side of the page. But that'd look weird. If it were just that flower, it'd look odd, wouldn't it? So I wouldn't go for that. So move the die around until you find a bit that you want to take over the page. I hope that makes sense. See, I'm looking at it and thinking, no, so spin the die. When you spin the die, it changed it entirely. Because now, when I look at it, my bird's intact, beautiful. That butterfly's intact, beautiful. But this butterfly, that spans over both edges. So that's the one. That's the one I can take over. I mean, you might want it a little bit more 3D. If you want it more 3D, you move it down like so, and then you take that butterfly as well. So then you'd have two things coming over the page. I hope that makes sense, because this is what it does, okay? So I've already started this one. So what I've done, because it's that one I want to come over the page, I've started cutting that butterfly out. And this is a technique I saw Sue Wilson do yonks ago with stamped images, but it works just as well with decorative papers. So I've had that butterfly coming out, but I'm going to take that butterfly as well. So just to speed it up, I thought I'd cut one, but then I'm making a mental note where I need to cut, and then I'm just starting from approximately here, and I'm going to cut that wing. So I've just put a hole in my page, and then I'll come through from underneath and cut that wing out. Now I'm being quite careful, because you're going to see this. You're not cutting this wing off, you're going to see that come over. So I'm cutting it like this. And then just bring that die back in again. There, like that. So that's enough. So my die is going to cut underneath these two wings, so it won't cut those wings off. So they're going to fall over my page. I really hope that makes sense. So let's take this. and we've got some tape, and I will take some more sticky off on my stripy tights. I got stripy tights because of my what am I selling? My thingy doodah, what's it? Oh, Wizard of Oz. I'm having a blank then. Yeah, stripy tights. Yeah, look. I don't know if I can show you my stripy tights. Okay, so I found them. I was tidying up the other day and I found a haul of weird tights, so it's like, oh, I'm wearing them. Right, I'm really hoping this this tape isn't too sticky, and we'll put that through. Now, just die cutting. I am using one of Paola's dies. They did sell out. I am very sorry. Everything sold out. She had an amazing day yesterday. Obviously, we'll get those back in stock as soon as we can. But if you manage to get them, they're beautiful for your art journaling. And I think dies like this are so good to use in so many different ways, and that's why they're just such a handy die set to have. You can also use, I know our lovely Maggie, when she does all her amazing books, obviously the range that the girls have got, they're fantastic for it as well, for things like this, of course, because that's what Maggie does, isn't it? Gorgeous books. Okay, so just being really careful, because I don't want to rip this paper. Use proper low-tack tape. There, that's done that. And then just taking that tape off. Being careful. My low-tack tape were in my other room, and because I knew I hadn't time to get there and back again, so I then got me some tape, but it's done the job nice. So I'll just move the wobbliest plates in the world away. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to cut this paper. So I'm actually going to cut it because I only want it. I only want that bottom section because I'm making a pocket. So I'm actually going to cut that just like that. You could, if you wanted to, you could extend that line, but there's no point. There's only a tiny little bit, so I'm happy with that. So that's my first cut. That's my first bit of the page. I'll bring this on because I've already mat and layered it. Now that is that beautiful blue paper. Now, have a look at your papers. If I put that on that, personally, oh, actually, it does look quite nice. No, I like that now. I weren't going to do it like that. I was going to do it this side, but I've changed my mind. Nope, I'm definitely going the other side. I prefer that side. That looks really good, doesn't it? So, we're going to do just like that. So we've got our little pocket, and it's quite low down, but I'm happy with that. So what I want to do, this is your pocket, but I don't just want this as a pocket. I want to be able to cut into that blue paper. So what I'm doing is I'm going to cut that paper so it's just a bit smaller than my blue paper. Just bear with, and I'll show you what I mean. In fact, if I cut that corner off, because that one's not quite as neat. So I'm going to do it because I'd quite like a bit of a border around that blue. So I've got a nice border of blue around there. But then I'm cutting into the blue paper. I want this so it marries up with my line here. Now, the reason being is because, have I got that the right way around? The reason I'm doing it like this, yeah, of course I have, is because it was right, wasn't it? I want the blue as well. I don't just want this to be my pocket because I want it to be more reinforced. So I'm going to cut it like this so I've got the blue as my pocket as well. So I want a bit of the blue showing. Do you see what I mean? So it creates a really nice, sorry, I'm lining up. I can't talk and line up at the same time. I'm being a bit stupid. Let me just, because I'm doing it so it's not exactly over the top of it. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but that'll do the job. So I'm going to cut it like so. So you're going to get a bit of that blue coming up and then cut this again. When I glue it down, it'll make sense, I hope. So pop that back on my cart page and pop that back through. These haven't been rotated. You can tell. No rotation of the plates. Like bananas. So as I send that through, what else I've done? I've taken my 12 by 12 and I've already started cutting into this, because obviously what you don't want to do is use a 12 by 12 paper but not gut it. So with this one you can see I've actually taken my 12 by 12, but I have already started gutting it. And that means when I use this as my background paper, I'm not going to be gutted that I'm wasting all this beautiful paper. See what I did there? So that's what I've done, but this is ready now. Just pop that to one side and let you show you where I'm at. So, there we go. So again, just lifting that off a little bit more gentle than normal, like so. So I've got that beautiful die, which I'll pop to one side. And now, ready with that. So that is going to sit over the top of this one. Perfect. And I'll just find my glue. I got everything out bar my glue. I do apologise. You're used to me doing this, so I think, if you've seen me a few times. So what I'm going to do before I glue that down, as ever, taking my black ink. Now, with your Graphic 45, with any papers, it's just nice to edge them. And I'm sure you've seen every single one of us do this now. I think it's something that nearly every crafter does. I'm being really quick, whipping around there because I'm quite aware of time yet again. It goes so fast, doesn't it? These shows. How much time's gone already? I've only got 22 minutes left. That's ridiculous. Right, now, be careful, Leonie, think. So, glue. I do not want to glue. See, these butterfly wings, don't glue over the bits that are popping over, because obviously they're the bits that are free-flowing. And this isn't my pocket, so I'm okay to stick that down. You do have to think about this, and sometimes thinking and talking isn't my forte. There we go. So that is going to stick down as so. And then you're going to take the blue piece of paper. Now this is going to be your pocket, so this is a bit I need to think about. Normally I would stick it down with double-sided as well, but just because of speed, I'm just going to use wet glue. So because this bottom bit is my pocket, I'm only going to put adhesive around the outside. But of course the top element I need to stick down properly, because I don't want that rising up when you're using it as a pocket. The reason I do it this way is so my pocket's more reinforced, because it's got 2 layers of paper, so it means it's going to be a nice strong pocket, so it's usable. You know, I don't want to think that I'm going to rip it as soon as I pop, you know, my beautiful things in there. Now just be careful with that. And can you see? So now we've created that lovely pocket. If you do want to emphasise it, which I should have done before I glued it down, but if you do want to emphasise it, if you just go around the top half with your black, and do this before you glue it, don't do what I'm doing as usual, but if you just touch the top of that die like so, and you're going to create that emphasis, and you can see that stands out really well, doesn't it? Now then, okay, so happy with that. Now what we do next is, so to create the 12 by 12 page, I'll just bring this in, and it is quite simple now. So I've already cut my circles out on there. That was me trying to find the right circle for the ATC coins. Obviously, all I'm going to do is cut this down. Now I'm hoping, let me measure it before I start cutting. Right, pop that down like that, and that is going to go over the top. And you see, because I'm covering a lot of this up, that's why I took a lot of that paper out. It's criminal, isn't it? You know, if I just covered it over and I hadn't cut any of the paper out. So you definitely want to gut it. And it's a brilliant contraption, is that that circle cutter for cutting out your circles on things like this, because obviously you can't get your 12 by 12 papers in your die cutting machine. So using the circle cutter, because you can cut anywhere, absolutely perfect. So that's that, and then glue. And I'm not going to ink the edges of this one because of time, but I probably would normally, and I'd actually gut it a little bit more as well. There we go. So that's like that. And I like this now because it's going to have, on this art journal, it's going to have 2 beautiful matching pages, isn't it? There we go. And I wanted it so I've got a border. So you can see it's got a really nice black border there. That's why I love these art journals. Your black art journals are fabulous for stuff like this because they just look effective. You know, the black paper, it just sets off your Graphic 45. There we go. So pop that down as well. And I love... Now, this is why these pages are brilliant for Graphic 45 because, look, you're seeing your paper. You're not ruining all your gorgeous paper. The other half of that I've still got left. So the other half of that, you could create a beautiful... You know, you could still use that. So that's the lovely thing about it. I'm maximising my paper. I'm not wasting it. And then I've already cut out a beautiful little bird there. So what I'm going to do with him is just go around the edges, and this is just decorating your page now. Go around the edges with the black ink and pop him on like this, because that bit of the paper isn't a pocket, so that won't open. So I'm having him just coming up like so. I've got one of the beautiful butterflies. I've cut that from another piece of paper, but I adore that. I just think it's stunning. I'm not going to 3D it because it's in my art journal, so it'll get squished down anyway. So I am going to glue it flat, but I'm just going to add a little bit of black where I've cut the wings, and then just glue that down. So that one, you see, I love this. I love him coming off the page because it just brings your colour right up, doesn't it? And then what I'll do is I want a sentiment. Now, what's beautiful with these papers, and I've lost the top of my glue, you can see you've got all sorts going on. Let me just find my sentiments. But on a lot of these papers, you have got beautiful sentiments. So, can you see here? So you've got gorgeous sentiments there, which you might want to use. There's Hello Sunshine, there's all sorts going on. But I love these as well, because on this paper, you've got Life is Beautiful, you've got Paradise, even down there you've got sentiments. You've got loads going on with these. Absolutely beautiful array of sentiments. But, of course, we've got all the stickers as well. So what we'll use for this one, we're going to use one of the let's have a see, one of the gorgeous stickers, I think. So we'll take this one. It's that Live in the Sunshine one, because that is just gorgeous. That's one of the stickers, so just peel that off like so, and then we'll stick it on. Yeah, we're going to pop it on a little bit of black cardstock, which is behind me, so excuse me, I'm doing that thing again. I've been keeping all my scraps for days like this. So, pop that on there, like that. And that now, it pops again. Black cardstock is your best friend when you've got your Graphic 45, because you just use it for everything. I'm cutting this out a little bit rougher than I normally would. Actually, I'm lying. I always cut these out a little bit rough anyway. I'm terrible. I'm not really a fussy cutter. There we go. I say that. But then actually I did notice that I get a bit carried away with fussy cut detail. There, like so. And then just to finish off, let's use a little bit of ribbon. So we're going to have some pink twine for this because it's nice and bright. I am going to use my double-sided tape for this one. And I've got some strong pink double-sided tape. So we'll use that. I'm using this one because then I'm making sure it really sticks. So just pop that there like so. And fold it back again. Like this. So we've got our lovely, and see how far you want it, because a butterfly is going to be, the other one I had the bird pulling this along, but this time I thought we'll have the butterfly. I'm going to put, because it's got twine on there, I am going to use my, my 3D, I'm going to use my, whatever this is, double-sided tape, because I need that strong hold, because I've got the twine. I want to make sure it actually sticks down. So I'm going to stick that there. The butterfly is going to be dragging it, so it's going to be about there. I'll put it about there actually, because I like that. And then I can pop a little bit of glue under my butterfly's wing, just about there. There we go, to stick that under. So that will take eventually. I'm happy with that. Sorry, faffing. You know how it is, you have to be happy with it. And then, to finish this off, look. Oh, I love these. So then you can use your beautiful cards. Look, don't they just look the best? And that's all you need to do. Don't that look good? And this is when those butterfly wings really, really make sense. Now, if I show you... Oh, and I found my glue pot lid. How fabulous. See, so you've got that beautiful page. I love that. Don't that look good? And then when you turn over, imagine your art journal looking like this. Imagine that. Don't they look good? That's how you use your papers. Because that is not... You're not wasting your papers. Yeah. You're seeing your papers.
Amazing. What a great demonstration. I've got an email here, if I may read out, if that's okay.
Lovely.
It's from Paul from London.
Hello, Paul from London.
Hello, Paul. Good morning. Paul says, how does one describe a lady called Leonie? I feel like I should burst into song. How do we... called Leonie. Beautiful, slightly crazy, talented and artistic.
Oh, thank you.
Watching the show, but not too well today. Oh, bless you, Paul. But talk about being cheered up. You make me laugh with joy and your antics. Then all of a sudden you have a beautiful piece of art. You do know, you don't... You do know, don't you, that most creative people are slightly crazy.
Yes.
Thank you for the fun you share naturally. Kind regards, Paul from London.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Paul, a lady came to the craft show the other week and she said, you really are... I've told this last week, but it made me laugh. You really are as mad as a bag of rats. No, you're really you're as crazy as a bag of mad rats, something like that.
I love that saying.
I wrote it down because that is going on my sticker sheet.
It certainly should do.
Isn't that fabulous?
Certainly should do. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, bag of mad rats.
Talking of your sticker sheets, they are available also in the Leonie Craft Along, so do check that out. This is fabulous. While we let you check your baskets out, let's talk about FlexiBuy. And here's some strange lady, a little bit crazy, to tell you about it.
It's a bag of frogs.
Flexi order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
And there's that little box of crazy rats right there for you. She is fabulous, isn't she? That's Leonie. We'll be back with Leonie in a moment's time. I just needed to remind you of the complete collection and how you can order it, because a third of the stock has gone. £54.99, 835218. But as a Freedom member, my word, you get that discount. So it's only £49.49. If you want to become a Freedom member, to take advantage of that discount, all your P&Ps included on anything you buy, you get great discounts. Then that's 888 your basket. It might be a good day today to become a Freedom member. Now, £24.75 is a fabulous price today. We'll take another payment in a month's time. That's how it works. It's interest-free. But it means you're going to get that complete collection home. And it is a mighty collection as well. It is tropical, it is beautiful, it is detailed, it is colourful. It is a wonderful collection to have, and it's very en vogue at the moment, isn't it? All these tropical designs. You'll see them about in the shops. Bed linen, table dressing, pictures, T-shirts, dresses, fabric materials. It's all about that tropic. It's all about the colour. And this is a wonderful collection to get home. And you can do so much with this. Even if you take one piece of the 12 by 12 and place that in a frame, that is a piece of art, because it's been made and created by those wonderful designers at Graphic 45, who are so individual with their designs as well, that give you those elements of vintage, of the vibrancy and the colours that work so well together. And they put those lovely turquoise with the yellows and the limes and the purples, and they work so well. And they're going to work for you when you get these home. But you do need to get them home if you want them. There is another show today. Is it 2 p.m. with Yes, 2 p.m. I should know that. It's with myself and Leonie. There is another show today, but people do buy in between the shows. I'm only saying that because if you're thinking, I'll leave it till the next show, I'm going to watch some more demonstrations, that's absolutely fine, but it might be a situation that we are very limited in stock because we've been very, very busy in this particular show. So those are your details. The best way to order, of course, hochanda.com is your website, but you can give us a call as well and we'll sort you out. Not sort you out, that sounds quite violent. We'll sort you out. We'll make sure that you get what you want and we'll talk you through the different products available for you. We've also got that fabulous Oz Deluxe Collector's Edition. We've been very, very busy for this. Remember, everything's on extended delivery, dispatched on the 24th of July. Not long to wait for sensational collections like this. That Wizard of Oz. Just simply amazing. Talking of things amazing, shall we head back to Leonie? We are going to let her loose for the latter part of the show, and it's back to Leonie.
I'll get in position. We're over there somewhere. Right, okay, I'll try and be quick. I'm playing with all Paula's dies because I can. So what I've done, first of all, I've created, now with one of Paula's background dies, panel dies, I've cut this twice. Now, again with your papers, please don't be afraid to cut them. I love that. I love all the colours. You know, they look absolutely beautiful. I must admit, I've kept, on one of the dies, I have actually kept the bits that have come out for another project, but I left that in my room. But either which way, it looks absolutely magnificent. So that's going to be my background. I'm then going to take the blue. Now I'm going to use my art journal again. This time I'm going to use it in one of my smaller art journals. And I like using art journals, but of course all these techniques you can use for card making. I mean, never ever think that anything I do isn't, you know, that it's exclusive for art journals. That is definitely not the case. And I think that's why I love all crafting. You know, all our skill sets are they're multifunctional, aren't they? You know, we can use them for whatever we're doing, and it's true as well that we could use all these for our you know, all the projects that we use for home decor. Now take that and just going to glue that down. I have gone on to speedcraft mode. I'm not this is when I forget to tell you what I'm doing and just do. So I'm popping that down, so I've got the background. Again, I'm using my page as my border, and then hoping to goodness I actually did cut it down properly. Now I'm in two minds. Oh, this is where everything goes wrong because now I start faffing. See, part of me actually wants to cut out the heart in that piece of paper because I think that would look exquisite, but I want to layer onto it as well, so I'm in two minds. I think I'm going to layer onto it, but I see, this is the thing, you've got options. You know, it would look absolutely amazing cutting into this with that heart, but obviously we can create so many different looks. We might as well do it this way for now. So I'm just going to pop, I'm putting glue on my hand for the inside of that because I don't want it to be too gluey. I don't want glue squidging out everywhere. Instead I've got it all over my arm. Right, so popping that. Now I could have cut my blue down a little bit better. That would normally really annoy me, actually, because my border at the top is way bigger than the ones at the side, but because I'm short of time, still looks beautiful though, doesn't it? That just in itself looks beautiful. Okay, let's start layering up. So what I'm going to do, I want to put the heart. Now, with your gorgeous papers, because you've got so much detail going on, there's so many ways you can use these. So you could actually, see, I was looking at these and I thought, how beautiful would it be for some of these to actually have the hearts cut out? Do you see what I mean? So to actually take those and cut the heart so it's coming over the page, I thought that would look sensational. So I'm going to do that with this one. And it's just another way of using these beautiful journal cards. I do find things like this quite hard to cut into because they are absolutely phenomenal. But we're going to do it because I'm making sure that I get the two little lovebirds at the bottom because they're absolutely adorable. They're probably little parakeets or something. Again, because I'm being very specific, I am actually going to put some tape down. I want a black heart to go under this because I want to be able to emphasise it. So I'm just going to take, now this is, oh, it just about fits. So this one is Paula's heart die, and this is the wrap one, but we're not going to be using it as a wrap. I'm going to be taking that off. I'm just going to be using it as the heart. So I'll just move that up there, as so, and put that there like this. And up to goodness it don't move, because I can't be bothered de-sticking me thingy. And then we'll put it in. I've only got 4 minutes, so I might not get to finish this. Oh, wobbly plates drive me insane. See, it's funny, because I'm not a tidy crafter, as you can tell, but rotating my plates I'm really obsessive with. So as soon as I get ones that they're all wobbly, it does me head in. Honestly, it drives me nuts. It's a thing, innit? Email in to the next show. What's your thing? You know, if someone borrows, like, your scissors and leaves them all gunky, do you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, never letting them near my craft room again. What's your thing that really does your head in with your craft materials? We almost have them. It can't just be me. It can't just be me. Okay, take that tape off, like such. Leaving lids off your best pens. Oh, Paula. Hi, wife. Paula says she's watching her wife on the day off. Oh, and I'm using her dyes in a completely different way. This is why her dyes are so good, because you can use them in so many ways. It's fabulous, and I hope you're getting lots of rest, Miss P, because you had such a good, busy day yesterday. Okay, the wife. So, now, let's have a little see. So I wanted that heart, so we've got the little heart. So what I'm going to do now, oh, look, I missed a cut. Oh, I'm going to cheat then. I know I don't normally put it the wrong way around, but I'm going to do for this demonstration. I'd normally, if I had time, I'd recut that, because can you see what I've done? The right way around, and I've just missed that, and I can't be doing with that, so I'm flipping it round. Normally I cut it again, because we don't really like the dies the wrong way around now, do we? Because it gives you that... When you die cut, it gives you that really nice rounded edge, doesn't it? So when it's the wrong way round, it's not got that nice rounded edge. Sometimes I can look past it, like today. So gluing that heart on, like so. I might not get a chance to finish this one. You see the fern that Paula's done would work absolutely beautifully with this as well. Get my bigger scissors. And then just cut this down. So I'm not going to leave a border on this side, because I want it to look like it's falling off the page. As so. I might cut the ferns, because I've only got a minute and something, haven't I? So I might finish this page in the next one. Look at that though. Doesn't that already look quite fabulous? Doesn't that look quite fabulous? Right, I am going to finish this in the next one, because what I'm going to do is take... Oh, I tell you what. Look. If you start tucking these underneath, look how pretty that'll look. You can come in, Janice. I'm only messing now, because I know I'm not going to get a chance to finish it, but...
Oh, I do like that.
Don't they look beautiful, just tucked in like that?
Look, I'm loving this background with that dye.
Yeah, doesn't it look good?
Yeah, really
it looks really... I love that, because it has got that... I don't know.
Do you know what it is? It looks like the plants are in there. As plants grow, they kind of create that kind of pattern.
Yeah.
That's why it works so well.
I'm going to cut Paula's fern, because that is just going to go around there.
Oh,
absolutely
amazing.
beautiful. So I'm not going to glue that down yet.
Okay.
I am going to finish it before the next one, then start to... No, I'll finish it in the next one. I'm arguing with myself.
Yes. Don't argue with yourself.
I know.
Although, as Paul said,
indecision.
The best artistic people are always a slight bit crazy.
As
mad as a bag of
angry rats.
Of angry rats. There
Mad
you go.
rats.
What a way to end the show. We'll see you again at 2 o'clock. Please stay where you are. There's more coming up.
Indeed there is.
There certainly is. Crafting with Clarity is coming up next with Maria and Catherine. Can't wait for that show. Realms of Fantasy One Day Special continues. And yep, we're letting Leonie loose again.
We're really excited to be joining you, hopefully, at the Creative Craft Show at the NEC in Birmingham. It's going to be running from the 28th to the 30th of June. It's a brilliant place to come and get inspired. There's loads of demonstrations, loads of people you will have seen on Hochanda, of course, but lots more besides. Now, on the Hochanda stand, we will have our world-famous tombola. We're also, of course, going to be running inspirational make and takes. We hope you can join us. You will get to meet the team as well. There'll be a few people, maybe to get some signed autographs. If you do want to join us, now, if you order your tickets off hochanda.com, they're going to be 50% saving from the door price. Let me take you through the ticket details. So, if you're an adult, you get 50% off the door price. Use code 142514 and it's just £5. For senior citizens, again 50% saving and using your code 232708, and that's just going to cost you £4.50. We hope you can make it to the show. We know you'll have a fantastic time. See you there.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda, and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Well, welcome back, or if you've just joined us, it's lovely to have your company here at Hochanda. We've had some amazing shows so far today, and we're going to continue with that theme here with, of course, Clarity. And Maria's back with us. Lovely to work with you again. Looking forward to this because we've got new items.
We have. Yeah, it's going to be a nice hour.
So busy. Everybody in Clarity is so busy at the moment. We've just been chatting about that, haven't we? So many designers on board. You know, they always bring something very special to us as well.
Exciting.
And this is no exception. Now, Maria, just in case there's new crafters on board, people that haven't seen you before, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Clarity.
Okay, quite by accident actually. Some years ago I was crafting a little bit. My daughter was actually the crafter originally when she was 6 years old, and she discovered Barbara at a craft show and absolutely fell in love with what she did, and she was doing inky rollering thingy, and Mummy, you've got to come and see, and that was kind of it, you know. Barbara invited me to join the design team, and then I've left other companies behind, and I now work exclusively with Clarity.
No, I didn't know about that. I didn't know that story myself.
There we go.
And does your daughter still craft now?
Funny enough, she did the other week when Dee's stamps were on with her beautiful Hope ladies and Joy. She actually crafted for the first time in quite some time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so.
Now then, maybe we'll see Maria's daughter here at some point as well, or certainly on a design team. Now we are going to start right here with a new today for you. We've got the Clarity Fresh Cut 4" by 4" peacock floral urn aperture die. I had to say that quite slowly then.
Indeed.
But there you go. It's a fresh cut die. You know the quality of the dies. It is beautiful as well. Now you can see why it's called the peacock floral urn. You can see the urn at the bottom there. The beautiful foliage and the florals you can see coming out of the urn there. Now the size of the die itself, there you are, 4" by 4". Of course you can recognise the blue coating there as well. Stunning die, this one. Brand new today, just £14.99. £9.99. 942846, that's the item number for you. You can see lovely samples here in the studio. I think I just knocked that a little bit. Let me just turn that. And we've got some more at the back for you as well. So 942846 is the item number. Let's have a look at a few more samples actually for the die itself. Now talk us through some of these, Maria.
Yeah, so this is Sheila, and Sheila's actually made a shaker card here with some beads and so forth. And you'll see there's a little, very subtle shadow on there as well, if you can see. So Sheila's actually overlaid a couple of the dies together.
That's very effective.
Yeah,
I love that colour she's chosen
cards
as well. Beautiful.
Yeah. Then we've got Dee, our Dee Paramore. Now this, how fabulous is this? What Dee's actually done is she's used double-sided adhesive here, die cut it, and then she's applied our Gildan flakes that we've got on the show as well.
Isn't that effective?
Yeah, that is just amazing. And of course changing the shape there as well, just by sitting it behind an aperture created with our circle fresh cut die.
It really does change, doesn't it? It makes
fabulous.
a big difference.
Yeah.
Just shows how versatile, once again, the dies are here from Clarity.
Another one
I love
from
that one,
Dee.
that's pretty.
This is lovely. And again, you know, the changing the shape as well, beautiful colour scheme. Isn't it amazing how the look of the die changes just even by changing the colour? Really, really nice.
Love it. It's a lovely one to snip into. The fact that you've got the urn at the bottom there, Maria, you could just use a small area of the flowers, the florals.
You absolutely can. You can chop away little bits, and I am actually going to do that in the first demo. It's just chop, just, you know, bring it out of its sort of paper cut. So that was Wendy's, the last one that we saw there, really lovely. And then this one here, this kind of dynamic card, this is Dee, and what Dee's done is she's used the die cut, just beautiful. They're in white, and then some coloured bits at the back, and then she's used it with the stencil as well that we've got coming up next.
Yes, we have got the stencil to show you as well. Just show you a couple more samples. Look at that in those beautiful colours as well.
Now this is a 2-for-1. This with what Wendy's done here, fabulous. Is she's used a beautiful vibrant inks, and she's die cut, and then what she's done here is she's spritzed the die cut and then quickly transferred it onto another piece of card. So she's actually getting then a flat piece as well. This is actually the instructions for this are available as an inspiration sheet. If you go onto the Clarity website and you sign up for the newsletter, so you get to know all of our shows, because we've got lots of shows here at the moment, haven't we? So, and you can actually be sent the in with, you know, all the info on shows and stuff like that, the inspiration sheet to be able to complete that project.
Love that. Now this one, I can just feel the texture there. There's a die being used, but also we've got the stamp coming up as well. The stamp's being used as well and embossed. That's very effective as well, isn't it?
Beautiful, really nice.
Really pretty. And then we've also gift bags in your boxes as well, and a little bit of sparkle going on, I can see.
So this is Sheila.
Pretty.
And then inside the little box
there is
yeah, of course you can, go for it.
It's like Christmas.
I love it, you know, when the ladies send things like that, it's like, what's in the box, what's in the box, I need to see.
Oh wow,
there you go. It's actually a little notebook.
Oh, look at that.
How lovely is this?
Isn't that so pretty?
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? And you can pick up little notebooks like this for not a lot of money, or you can create your own, of course, using your grey board and that sort of thing as well. But just decorating with a die, keeping it simple and wonderfully presented in the gift box as well. Well, that's a lovely starting point with the die there. 942846 14.99. We have mentioned that we've got stamps and stencils to match, and we're going to show you those as we move down the camera slightly as well. Coming up next, details next for the stamp. So here we go. We've got the floral, the peacock floral urn stamp right now on the screen. There you are, and the stencil as well. £14.97, so the two together. Stunning design. It matches perfectly with the die, of course, but it gives you more options, doesn't it, having the stencil and the stamp as well. There's so much more that you can create. Yeah,
well, what we've tried to do here is kind of, you know, sort of look after everybody. Those that just sort of like to do die cutting, you know, and that sort of thing, then we've got the die. And then those that want to get their hands, you know, a little bit inky and so forth, you've got the stamp and the stencil, but they will all work together. Also, although it's exactly the same design, each of the three elements are a different size. So the stamp is the different size to the stencil, and the die cut as well. Fabulous.
I've got to tell you though, I'm smiling to myself again because I'm here. They've got so many beautiful samples at the back, but I'm looking down at them and thinking, is that stencil? Is it die?
Yeah.
They've done such a beautiful job, the design team again. I'm actually running my hand over everything to test
Well, this
whether it's
one,
stamp, stencil or die.
This one's stencil. The previous one was actually by Carolyn, and actually what she's done is she's just stamped the stamp 4 times. I'm guessing she's used a stamp platform for position because it's so easy to do that. And literally you just rotate your card and stamp it 4 times.
I like that.
This one, I don't need to even look at this. This is my friend Elaine Milner, and she started off with a gel press piece, and then she's used a white pen and tangled on there.
That
lovely,
beautiful.
Yeah, this one I really love to see this.
I like
this is Andy. So a little bit of that. But that to me is pretty mixed media. Okay, pretty grunge.
Very pretty grunge. I love that, and the fact you've got the doodling on there as well. It works beautifully. The very simple background, but it just works, doesn't it? It's one of those sets again, whether it's the die, whether it's the stencil, whether it's the stamp that you're using, or in conjunction, you can take it really to another level with lots of glitz and glamour, lots of different materials, or keep it very, very simple. We can see that with the samples from the design team as well. Oh, wait until you see this one. Wow.
That's Jane.
Look
Jane
at that.
Isn't that beautiful when the light catches this?
Wow.
So Jane's used her inks in the background, really lovely, and then
look at the bottom.
and then some paste, and then the Pega glitter over the top, which is really lovely.
Stunning? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, £14.97 is going to get you both the stamp and the stencil there. So, do you know what? If you can afford it, go for all three. Go for the die. Go for this bundle as well. £14.97 for the stamp and the stencil. 530601. Wow. Lovely samples as always. We're going to go to the website because we've got so much to show you. Now, you saw some of the samples there with using the gilding flakes. You can buy those. We've got set 1 and set 2. These are great sets, actually. I was looking at these before the hour. You've got a variation of different colours in there. You've got the gilding flakes and the glue there as well. Lots of different mediums. We've got the gels, we've got the paste, we've got all sorts of accessories and inks for you as well. I'm sure we're going to see many of these used throughout the demonstrations, but do have a good look. All the sponges, the brayers, we've got everything for you that Clarity and the team bring to us here at Hochanda, and you see being used in demonstration. You can certainly buy them for yourself and recreate the demonstrations and the inspiration that you see from the wonderful guests of Clarity. But we want to get down to demonstration time with Maria right now. So what are we going to do?
Right, we're going to have a little go with this one. If I give this to you, okay?
Lovely.
I want to, the very first thing I want to do is just die cut. I want to, for anybody that's new to our particular dies, just to explain how they actually work.
Okay.
Because they're like a paper cut die. You'll see here that I've removed the piece from the card itself, and I've chopped little bits away as well. But I want to show, first of all, how they work, and they will actually remain in the card. And then we'll do a bit of chopping away.
Oh, wonderful.
And then get some inks on and all sorts.
Beautiful. That is so delicate to look at with the colours there as well.
Yeah, lovely. Right, so I'm going to start then. I'm going to take one of our card blanks. Okay, these are on the website.
Lovely.
So pack
and you've
of
got
80.
various different sizes as well.
Yeah.
Different colours. We've got craft card, we've got the white and the black as well. We'll bring the details up for you on the screen. So the black and white do come together. They are pre-scored. You've got 80 cards, as Maria said there as well. 40 black, 40 white, and the sizes are 5x5, 6x6, 7x7, and 8x8. So all those popular sizes. I love Clarity because my favourites are squares, and I love 6x6, but 7x7's just got a little bit extra for you, haven't it?
You can just fill it a little bit more.
Yeah, we don't see it all that often, do we?
Do you know, for me, sometimes it's just literally what mood that I'm in. You know, sometimes a diddy one, and sometimes I go really, really big. But it's nice to have choice, isn't it? It's nice
wonderful
to have
choice. £29.96 for all 80 of those. 871 709. You know you're going to get good quality cardstock there as well, and that's going to work with all your different mediums and of course stencils, stamps and dies as we're using today.
Right, okay, so let me just stick that down a little bit better with a little bit of tape. So I've got my die in place on the card. So I've got my sandwich for the particular die cutting machine that I'm using, and I'm just going to run that through. Okay,
lovely.
Alrighty.
So these, I presume, Maria, will go through your standard machines because of the size of them.
Yeah.
Just be careful that you get the sandwich right. And is there any machines that you're likely to need a shim with, do you think?
Well, these dies are really, really great. I mean, the only time really I use a shim is if I'm cutting something that you wouldn't necessarily expect, a thin die. But just sort of refer to the operating manual for your particular machine. But yeah, basically any sort of machine that takes low profile dies, and these are 4-inch, so
So the fact that Maria's using the bigger plates, you don't need a machine that's going to take those bigger plates. The standard size machines are perfect for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anything that will take this sort of size, as it's for, you know, so there's a lot of the smaller machines will take this well. All right, so here we go. So when we take the die away,
wow, look at that already.
Yeah, there you go.
You've not even tapped it or anything. And I can see
haven't
it's just
even.
going to drop out.
Yeah.
Let me just bring that over there. Look,
okay.
I'm going to just lift that up.
Yeah, just literally give it a flick. Yeah, every little bit has cut. So there you go, flick, 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 flick. And such an intricate die, you know, there are so many little elements on there, but every little bit has actually cut. So I'll give it a little...
That is a beautiful design.
With my tool.
The more you look at it as well, the design, you can see more detail every time you look down at it.
So let me just pop these few little tiny bits out. Everything is cut. It's just that when you get that many bits, you're going to get a few that want to stick around. There we go.
They just tend to be the smaller ones that are maybe not quite as heavy, and they don't just want to drop out, do they? You've got to give them a bit of a nudge.
Yeah, but as I said, they are all cut.
They certainly are.
They're absolutely all cut. And you can see from that, you know, it's not all stuck in the die as well. You know, you get the odd bits. Right, oh, one more. There we go, a little rogue one. So if I give that to you, maybe if you want to put some black behind it, or just one of the black cards,
borrow one of these.
So you can see how beautifully detailed this is.
Now look at that. Isn't that stunning?
Isn't it?
The little flowers in it, all the different leaves. The peacock in the urn. I just think that's amazing because you could pick out that little bit of detail. I think that's what that final card that we showed with the lovely glitter, that you could really see the peacock at the bottom that had been accentuated with a darker colour. So it's a stunning bit of design within a stunning design, of course. Gorgeous.
Sure is. Okay, so that is how our dies work. So I say that as it stands at the moment, you know, for anybody sort of just getting to grips with die cutting, anybody new, all we would need to do there, if we put, for example, you know, we have these lovely, we've got designer toppers, we've got designer papers, we've got designer parchment, you know, just put something coloured behind there, and, you know,
just
job done already.
Isn't that pretty? Any colour that you want behind this, of course. You know, just stunning, stunning pieces. Of course, you can find everything on the website within the paper pads as well, various different sizes. That's the 7x5, I think, that you've got there,
those are the petite toppers. Yeah,
wonderful, lovely.
Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of cutting with this one because, as I say, I want to, on this particular design, I want this to be out of the frame, if you like. So the first thing that I do is just kind of cut around, just to remove it from the card first, and then I'm going to decide what bits I want and what bits I don't want.
The nice thing here, though, is you can keep the frame, can't you?
Yeah, of course you can.
You can get another use out of that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's no waste.
No. Okay, so just pop those out. Right, so now it's out of the frame. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring this one in just so I can kind of, because this one, I liked the, you know, when you get some flowers and you put them in the vase yourself and they go a little bit like lopsided, you can't get them straight, can you? So this is the idea. You are unique. All right, and I actually like that.
Yes,
I like that. So that's kind of the look we're going for here. All right, so literally I'm just going to come in and chop away a few little bits, just nice and easy. You can go as much or as little as you like, and also depending on which bits you're cutting away, you might want to keep them. You might have another project for those. Let's see, so taking those, I want to take
I certainly wouldn't throw those bits away. They're very useful, I think.
For me, when I do sort of mixed media bits, this is where for sort of additional texture, these are where these little bits and bobs do come in handy. Right, let's see. So what we're taking from there, I've taken that bit.
So if snipping away like that, you're really giving the leaves within the design more movement, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
creating those gaps in between.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I think I've come in there. It hasn't got to be exactly the same, but I know that one. I liked the flow of the one that I did. So we're going to sort of aim in that general direction, and then we're going to add a little bit of colour.
Lovely.
Right, here we go. Where am I up to? I'm almost there. I just want to get rid of, you know, where you can see the sort of square bits that come out of a square. I kind of don't want it to look squarey, if that's not even a word, is it? Well, do you know what? It is now. It's a word now. Here we go. So just those little bits at the bottom, almost there.
I'm just going to bring in one or two more of the samples just to give us a reminder how these look, because we've got so many beautiful samples. I want to sort of compare a few, just as Maria's still snipping away there. So this is beautiful. Using the deep red there, the dye has been separated with a little sentiment in between, and then in complete comparison, and just by chance, these are both done by Dee, I can see. Using the gilding flakes, which are also on the show, you need to look at those because we've got two different sets, and it's not just one pot of colour, you've got various different colours within the sets. And then going to the shaker card, a beautiful colour, very, very subtly done, and then in total comparison again, you can go then into something that's
really
very bright
and vibrant, gorgeous.
Lovely, isn't that gorgeous? Wonderful. So many options. Right, Maria, slipped into that one now.
Yeah, I'm kind of there. I'm happy with what I've got. So I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to do a little bit of inking on here. Now I could just go with my stencil brushes, and I could just sort of, you know, cover with ink, but I want to kind of target the ink a little bit, so I'm going to use a couple of little sponges. So for this one, just literally because they were on my desk, I went with a couple of oxide inks, and I thought the colours were kind of just what I wanted. So I'm going to sort of target my colour a little bit here, just with some little spongy daubers. So just give that.
I can see you've got peacock feathers. That's one of my go-to inks. I always seem to pick that out.
Yeah, that had to come along, didn't it? Really, with this.
Love it with the pink though.
Design. Yeah, I like pink and sort of turquoisey shades. There we go. So just sort of.
And the daubers are ideal because you're picking out kind of the florals first, or some of the areas there on the urn as well.
Yeah.
It just makes it easier to just pinpoint the little pieces that you want to decorate there with the colour.
That's right. Okay, a little tiny bit more. There we go. Okay, and then I can come in with the peacock feathers. So I'm going to use my brush for this. So I've got a brush. There we go. Alright, and then I'm mainly kind of going to come in from the edges, just sweep in between a little bit. It's lighter in the middle. Hasn't always got to be exactly the same shade. A little bit of difference is nice.
Lovely. Now you can get the stencil brushes that Maria's using as well. We've got a set of 4. These are great quality as well. You're going to use these so many times over. Clarity Stamp stencil brushes, I think they're life-changing. I've seen them in action. I haven't got mine yet, but I need to get some of these. £19.99, 026 190. You can do such clever techniques with these, can't you,
You absolutely can. They are beautiful brushes.
There they are on the screen.
They're fully washable. The handle is bamboo, so it's not going to rot. The bezel here is stainless steel, so that isn't going to rust, so you can wash them. Also, although like for example the big brushes, you can do sort of big, you know, areas, but all of the brushes, they kind of taper in as well, so even within one brush you can do big areas, or you can target and do little areas as well, which is very, very cool.
Lovely.
Right, okay, I'm happy with that for the minute. So that's coloured up. So I want to move on to my card piece for now, so I'm going to pop that to one side. And I'm going to take a piece of our stencil card, 7-inch stencil card, and let's get a fresh piece of paper here, and I'm going to bring my stencil into play. All right.
Lovely. Now don't forget, the die, the stamp and the stencil come together. They are the same design, but you've got a different size for each one, so it just really does open up the options for you. So you see the design is larger for the stencil than the die is, and it makes the most beautiful background, as we can see in the card that you're demonstrating right at the moment.
I mean, I'm just kind of using it, you know, sort of the edges of it really, just to sort of coordinate with my die cut. But that's the thing, to have things matching things so that you can, you know, coordinate and have them in the different sizes. For me, I love it. One of the demos that I'm going to do later on today is actually, I specifically wanted to do something that uses all three, the stamp, the stencil and the die on the same project, just to show, you know, that sort of element as well. So that'd be quite nice. Right, so I'm taking just a large square post-it note, and I'm just going to aim it roughly in the middle. It's probably going to be nowhere near, but hey ho, it'll be all right. There we go, that'll do.
Lovely.
And then bring a stencil down, okay, a little bit of tape to keep it like a hinge. So, and then back in with the ink pad. So this time I'm going to start with the pink.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip my stencil up, and I'm just going to brush very, very lightly with the pink.
Lovely. Now this is why the brushes are so useful. You can get very delicate brush marks. Well, not brush marks, can you? Just catching the top, just flicking over there. It can keep it very, very delicate. It's a little bit more difficult to keep it so delicate with a sponge, isn't it?
Very much so. Also, lighter colour, you want to use your clarity brush. There you go.
Look at the difference. Doesn't that make a difference?
But it's very soft and airbrushed, isn't it?
It is.
So that's the brushes. Whereas if you want to get really deep colour very quickly, then that's where you go with your sponges. So they've all got their place depending on your project at the time. Okay. All right, so all I'm doing here is just a little bit of pink, so that when I come in with my peacock feathers, that haven't got the white bits in my decorative frame, if you like. All right.
I see.
So back over with it.
And of course, when you're using two colours, you're going to get a little bit of a blend of colour as well, so you're going to see a bit of lilac coming through,
which is lovely, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to come across here.
Okay, so this time more from the centre outwards.
Yes, I'm brushing it off the post-it note. I could come in that way as well, off the stencil. That's fine too. There we go. I'm also leaving some little gaps because I'm going to brush a little bit more pink in there as well. So I'm just kind of aiming on the foliage. And then if you're not sure how much ink you've got, because we're stuck down like a hinge, we can lift it up and we can have a little look.
Look at the effect though already.
Yeah, you would never know how much ink is on there until you actually lift the stencil away and have a little look.
Oh, do you know, I wouldn't be able to help, just keep peeking all the time, regardless whether I thought the colour was right or not. You're so keen to see the finished result.
Oh, for sure. There we go. So just work your way. And it takes just a couple of minutes to do this, but it's such a nice effect. Okay. Nearly there. And then we're going to add a little bit more of the pink. Okay. And then what we're going to do on this one, I wanted to do two versions. I wanted to have one that's just inks and with the die cut on, but I also wanted to show we've got the very lovely mediums, pastes, gels on the show, the pen tart. So I thought, well, what we'll do two versions. So one for the people that don't want to get the, use sort of pasty kind of things, and then one for people that absolutely do. Show how we use those. We have
got those pastes here as well. So you've got the gel paste, the shiny gel paste, this one is. You've also got the heavy body gel. That has a glossy finish.
That's a gloss one.
And then finally, the pack of three, you've got the heavy body, the matte,
one is matte.
This one.
Yeah.
So all three there for £17.97, 900854. And of course, once the details have gone, you can find everything on the website as well. But if you're interested in those, jot that down now, pop those in your baskets, because these are wonderful products as well.
They're very, very nice mediums. For me, although I really love my mixed media, something that's held me back over the years has actually been the mediums that are out there and the not knowing what to use for what and so forth. These are for me, I see myself as the idiot, so these are idiot proof. All right, that's that I think the highest compliment.
Well, I certainly don't think you're an idiot, Maria, but it's a good way of explaining how useful they are.
Yeah, very much so. And as I say, I'm going to use them just a little bit today. I'm going to use them a lot next week.
Oh, wonderful! Oh,
right,
that sounds exciting.
Well, okay, I won't say any more. All right, so
no, don't give too much away.
That's what we've got at the moment. Okay,
isn't that effective?
And then, so what we've done is just kind of created a frame. I'm leaving this in place because now I want to come in with that that gel, you see. So it's just very neat, isn't it?
It's
For the
beautiful.
design. Although, you know, you haven't always got to use all of your stencil. Sometimes just a little bit of it to accent. All right, so I'm going to leave that in place. Going to pop that back down. Now, ideally, what I would do at home, I would take this off, I'd clean the stencil, and then I'd sort of, you know, I'd put it back on. But just for sort of speed and TV, I'm going to put a piece of copy paper under.
Okay.
I'm going to give it just a very little spritz of water. I'm going to come in with my mucky cloth and just give that a gentle rub. Okay, just to, because I'm coming in with the paste, I'm going to drag it through, and it's got all that ink on. Not that it really matters that much, but oh, careful. There we go.
Lovely.
All right, so I've just pulled that a little bit. At home I have a little nail brush, and in the sink I have everything flat, and then you can kind of gently scrub.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. All right, so I can take that away now quite safely.
Okay,
There we go.
lovely.
All right, let me put the ink away for now. Right, so these pastes then, the set of 3. So what have we got? So we've got gel paste. So that one I use as more of a glue, if you like. I'm going to use that as a glue today. And the difference, gel paste, if we open this up, if I show you mine, if I tip it down, you'll see that it starts to run.
Oh, you can see. It's not going to drop out, is it?
No, it's okay. We'll do in a set. Yeah, start to it back up.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
So
Don't wanna
that
drip it on
one
anything.
is kind of thinner. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's very nice. And as I say, I'm still playing with these to sort of, you know, really get the most out of them. But I tend to use that one at the moment, kind of a glue. So I'm going to stick some paper onto a canvas with that one.
Perfect.
But for this, what I want to use is the heavy body. Now, so we've got the matte, which is matte, and then we've got the glossy as well. So I want to use the glossy. And the difference, because sometimes when you look in the pots, it's all that just looks the same as that. What's the difference? Well, that if I tip that up,
much
it's
thicker.
not going. Yeah, so it's much thicker. One of the things that I use a thicker, heavy body gel for is if I'm doing mixed media stuff where I'm sticking like heavy embellishments, metal embellishments, wood embellishments, that sort of thing. It holds those really well, and because it dries sort of clear as well, it's quite cool. But it's really nice to go through stencils and give you some real sort of dimension. You can use the other one, the gel paste, through the stencils, but it's a little bit flatter.
I see, yeah.
Whereas this, it will hold because it's got a little bit more body to it,
Wonderful.
if you like.
And could you mix colours into that if you wanted to?
Yes.
You could put pigments in there.
Yeah, absolutely can. So just sort of decant it out onto your matte one and mix it, you know, sort of down on you so you don't sort of contaminate.
Lovely.
Right, so we've also got on the website, we've got the spatulas. Viva.
Oh yes, we have got those for you as well.
Those
Bring
are
the details up.
fab. Those actually, do they come with the structure paste, I think, which is another really cool one that I'm going to get to grips with as well.
They do come with the structure paste, and details are on the screen there for you. The Viva Decor palette knife set, they're £11.98. So another lovely purchase actually. 306. 495, and I have got actually the items here to show you. So you are getting the palette knives.
3.
And, oh look, you have got a set of 3, and the metal ones as well. These look really nice.
They are absolutely excellent. You know, I for what the value of these, I've paid as much just for one single palette knife. That's
great buy.
Yeah, and then the structure paste, which
Wonderful.
again is a good one to have. This one is kind of, it's gritty.
Yeah.
So it's great, you know, sanding down and that sort of thing. And again, you can mix stuff into this. You can colour over it with your inks and your paints and that sort of thing as well. So it's a good one to have with the others. Yeah.
Great price, £11.98. There you are. Details still on the screen.
All right. So literally, I'm just going to bring this down with one of my palette knives over, and I haven't got to worry about the middle because, well, I've got a post-it note there. I don't want it around that area. There we go. So just bring that around, and it's a really good consistency. It really is.
It's kind of got that translucent look to it, hasn't it? When it's wet.
But as I say, when it dries, it does dry clear, and it dries glossy as well. And as I will be using it again later on today. I'm going to actually sort of ink over it as well. So here we go. Save wasting. There's no need to go through the middle because we're not using the middle of the design. Just a little bit more through there. Okay, let's pop that in there. The lid straight back on. Okay, and then I'll take the stencil away, and I'm going to pop that in water straight away. So let's lift this up, like so. Let me just get rid of that.
Okay, so handy putting the hinge on the top there.
Yeah, there
makes
we go.
such a difference.
And then I'm going to take my post-it note away as well. I can go in there. It's all right.
Oh,
and I say this.
Oh,
see, it's held the texture.
Fabulous. Oh, that looks
really,
amazing, Marie.
really well.
I was just going to say that the depth there that you've got of the gel is amazing. Actually, I didn't expect it to be quite that.
Because it holds
look at that on the
heavy
camera,
body.
How you can see
there you go. Isn't it lovely?
Isn't that fantastic?
And it will dry translucent, so you will see those lovely colours of the ink come through. Also, in my sort of playing with these pastes as well, one thing for me is I'm not into waiting for things to dry.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, well, what will happen if I whack it with the heat gun? Because some pastes really, really don't like that at all. And gentle wafting across is absolutely fine, and it will speed up the drying time.
So all us impatient crafters can use our heat guns if we're careful then.
Yeah, very much so. All right. So that was the one. I wanted to show how to use that gel.
That is a lovely finish.
Yeah, as I say, later on we'll have that put together because that will have dried.
Yeah.
But this is, so just basically imagine this one is going to be glossy.
Okay.
All right. And then so the die cut is going to go onto here. And then we've got the little stickers because we've got these now as well, which are just fabulous. So you are unique, my dear friend.
Oh.
All right. Job done.
Lovely, fantastic. What a lovely demonstration. Now we've got so much to show you, so we're going to pop over to the website now and have a look at everything else. You can shop by brand there. Just look for Clarity Stamp. Look for the letter C, of course. Clarity Stamp, and you're going to find oodles of items on there. We've got stencils. We've got all the the utensils as well, all the brushes, that sort of thing. Don't forget the items we've seen on today's show as well. Lots of dies. There's stamps and masks on there. Oh, pencils, pens. Oh, it never ends, does it, with Clarity? There's such a good wide variety of products there, and we see some amazing shows and amazing inspiration, so do have a good look, read the reviews as well. So much for you to see. Now the die, this is brand new of course today, and it's a great buy. We've seen this in use. Marie used that. You could see how the pieces just fell away from the cardstock. Just £14.99 is going to get you the brand new Clarity Fresh Cut Peacock Floral Urn Aperture die. Now it's 4 inches by 4 inches. I'm just going to turn it round again so you can see. I love square cards. I love the fact that this is a square, but as we've seen in demonstration, you don't have to keep this as a square. You can snip into it. You can take elements away. You can just use the urn if you want. Just use some of the florals and some of the leaves. It's entirely up to you. You'll notice the blue coating, which shows it's a Clarity original there. Fantastic quality. Fresh cut dies they are as well, and it's just a stunning design. There you go, 942846. We'll look at one or two more samples again. In fact, we'll just remind you again of Maria's gorgeous card that she's just made there. There we go, and of course you can use your bright colours, you can use your muted colours as well. This one's very nice actually. Let's have a look at this. I don't know if we did show that one earlier. Isn't that amazing? So again, there's some gilding going on in that one. I think there's some vellum over the top there as well. Just shows all the different mediums you can work with, the different colours. You're going to get a different look every single time. Wow. There, now, you don't have to use all the image. You can snip into it, as I said there. You've got the peacock in the urn as well. I like the fact. Let me just find, where was that one that I noticed before? I'm not sure. This one will do. I'll show you on this one. Now, look, it's the same on the die, the stamp, and also on the stencil as well. Look at the detail of the peacock there in the urn. So if you just wanted to pick out the peacock, you could do. You could use that in various different ways as well. Look at the detail on the leaves there, how they've been drawn in. There's some gorgeous, gorgeous samples, as always, here from the team. £14.99. It's still on the screen there for you. 942846. But it's not just about the die, because we've got the stamp and the stencil for you as well. Now, these do come as a pair. You haven't got to choose. It's one item number for both of these items together. So the Peacock Floral Urn Stamp and Stencil set, the sizes will vary between the die, the stencil and the stamp. So you've got, really have got the best of everything, because they will work beautifully together. They work as standalones as well. £14.97 is going to get you the pair, and it's 530601 for that item number as well. Now we've got more gorgeous samples at the back here as well. There's so many different designs, so the inspiration is always incredible. So I'm just going to flick through one or two of these there, using a sentiment, keeping it quite simple. 4 of the designs together, that looks really effective as well. And then if you want to keep it, you know, quite tame with colour, so the monochrome effect, that's lovely as well. You can use it either way up. The design that, you know, going down the side there, you can. I think it's meant to be that way with the wording going this way, but do you know what? There's no rules. You can do exactly what you want with it. Let's just delve down and find some with a bit more colour. Oh, this is pretty. There you are, back to one with colour in there. The lovely blues and pinks together again. These are just stunning designs. Something very different once again. Look at that. Very effective. Using your sentiments, all those other bits and pieces you may already have as well. 530601, brand new today, of course. The die we saw first, and then we've got the stamp and the stencil in that one bundle there. Now we have got some more things to show you, because I did mention the gilding flakes earlier. This is set 1 that we're showing you now. Now I love this. I was looking at these before the show, because we've often seen for sale the pots of gilding flakes where you choose a colour, maybe, you know, a gold or a silver or a bit of a mix, but do you know what? You've got all sorts in here. You've got the best of everything, because you've got various pots with different colours in them. This is set number 1. It's Pentart. You've got 5 pots of the gilding flakes and the leaf glue. Now you've got the gold in there. This end there's the gold. Then we've got the copper. We've got the variegated gold. I do love that. Variegated silver. And variegated gold and silver. And don't forget, the glue is very important, because it's a special sort of tacky glue for using with your flakes, of course. What a wonderful buy. £32.13 is the freedom price on this one. 168063. Do you know that's going to last such a long time, because you need the tiniest bit of gilding flakes to make a difference. Now set number 2 is coming up. We're going to give you the colours for these as well. Different item number 970279. Once again, a freedom price on this one, £32.13, and we'll go through the colours on this one as well. So this one here, we've got the silver, variegated gold, silver and copper, variegated copper and gold, variegated copper, oh, variegated gold and copper. Now I do like that one, but you don't have to choose, because you're going to get them all, and of course you're going to get the glue in this one as well. And they're all going to come in a beautiful box as well. Keep them in the box as well. Keep them nice and neat. You can see all the pictures on the front, and it's got all the colours on the front there for you, which are colour coded with the bottles themselves, so you can keep a track of what you're using. 970279, that is the second set for you. Love those, absolutely love them. Now we have got more to show you as well. Now think about your accessories as well. Blending set here. Now you've got your sponges, and you've got the dauber there, you've got the blending mat in there. Great price, £14.99. It's the artistry ink blending tool, the foam, the A4 blending mat, all included, 697438. Now we've got 1 or 2 other items we can mention as well. Of course, these are all on the website for you, but just to pinpoint 1 or 2. Oh, some more dies to show you as well, of course. Nested squares. These are essentials, aren't they? These are the Clarity Fresh Cut essentials for you. The nested squares. 11 dies in total, just £24.99. It's going to get you the whole set there, 624440. Then we have the rectangles for you as well. Great buys, these 9 dies in this one, £24.99. Always very useful to have the basic shapes. There's the rectangles, 228474, and then finally I think we're going to show you one more. Oh, how are you going to display them? Well, maybe you want the canvases, maybe you want the stands. You can have both here. This is a great bundle, isn't it? You've got 18 canvases there. You've also got 12 adhesive sheets. You've got 12 A6 acetates, and you've got 10 stands there. Now, that's a great buy, because I know how much those stands can cost on their own, because I've had to buy them for my shop. So you're getting a great buy. Saving £7, and you've got 2 payments if you want to split it over a flexi-buy option as well, £24.95. Item number 470612. Oh, what wonderful things. Now we've got about 15 minutes left, Maria. I know, hasn't it flown? Can we fit 2 more demonstrations in by
we'll
any
do a bit of
chance?
speed crafting.
Okay, right,
all right.
okay.
So this one here, if I give that to you.
Okay, let's show this.
This is using the stamp, but it's actually on our designer parchment.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Really pretty.
So you can see how, and then a little bit of white work embossing make that really pop. And then I just want to show just a very quick tip and technique on top of that as well. So you can see just the white.
Oh, I'm interested to see what you're doing here.
Or you can see another little thing too.
Lovely.
Right, okay, so the designer parchment then, so I've chopped this up already, and it's got 2 sides. So you'll see kind of the more muted side, and then you've got the side where all the colour is kind of flooded in from. So I'm going to stamp on the muted side, all right?
Wonderful.
So I've got my stamp ready.
Details on the screen for the Clarity Designer parchment pads as well. These are on a pick and mix for you. Choose any 2, and you get it also. Look, choose 2 with a bonus folder worth $7.99 as well. Wow,
nice.
You're saving £10, but you can choose from. We'll give you the different items: Shenandoah, Rainbow River, Indian Summer, Northern Lights. They're your options. So any 2 with that bonus folder there as well, saving £10, and a flexi buy. Well, we are treating you. 2 payments of £19.98. Item number 463802. Wonderful.
Okay, so I'm stamping onto the parchment now. Now the ink that I'm using, when you're stamping on parchment, our recommendations are a nice permanent ink pad, so either VersaFine, Stays On if you are a fan of Stays On, Black Archival is great. Or you can use, if you want the white look, then go for white picket fence, the distressing.
Oh yes,
that's very cool. All right. If you find that you stamp on parchment and then the image starts to wick out, then you're using the wrong ink. Simple as that. So just change your ink. All right.
Nice to know
so
that information.
Let's have a little look.
Oh,
look
at that.
So, yeah, it's not perfect, but I have still got my gammy arm, unfortunately, so I'm having difficulties. And I have got a spare. All right. Now the other thing that you need to know when you're stamping on parchment as well is the ink does take quite some time to dry.
Okay.
You can give it a gentle waft with your heat tool, just nice and gentle, and give it a blot and whatnot. But my preference is to stamp them before I kind of need them.
Okay.
All right, and
Lovely.
then just leave them on one side to dry, which is exactly what I've done here. All right.
Okay.
So, so what we're going to do now, just nice and simple. Now we've got choices. We could actually use an eraser and actually take colour out of this. All right.
Out of the parchment itself?
Yeah, that's right, because it's only coloured from one side. But I really like to do a little bit of white work on there.
Lovely.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in my groovy mat. So I've got an A3 groovy mat here, all right? So I'm going to turn it over, here we go, and I'm going to use, so this is the foam side, all right, to emboss. And then I'm going to make sure that I turn my parchment round. So this is the back, the sort of the more muted side that's been stamped on, and this one is nice and dry. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the embossing the same as you would do if you were doing groovy and whatnot. You would be working on the shiny side, on the brighter side.
I see.
Okay. So
now I've not seen anybody stamp and do white work before, so I'm looking forward to seeing this.
It really makes it pop. It's just really nice and quite therapeutic. So I'm going to use a couple of Pergamano ball tools, all right, depending. For the leaves and so forth, I'm going to use the 3mm. I might use the 4.5 down on the peacock, all right?
Wonderful.
And quite simply, all I'm going to do is just come across and also what you're going to find, yes, but when I turn this over, you're going to find that the white is only going to pop through the little gap in the black ink. All right, although you can see here, it looks like I'm adding white work and I'm kind of blurring my image, but in actual fact, when I turn it over, the white, there you
Doesn't
go.
that make a difference as well?
Okay, but you need to do it on the correct side for that to happen, all right?
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's only popping, so it means that you haven't got to be particularly neat, you haven't got to kind of worry about it too much, all right?
Oh, that is
so
lovely.
let's do a few more. So just gently, gently, gently. There we go.
Okay, lovely.
All right, and then let's
now the stamp and stencil set is still there on the screen for you, and also at the bottom of the screen is the fresh cut die as well. The ball tools are available as well. If you find those on the website, search by brand, Clarity of course, and look for those, because everything that you see Maria using is available on the website.
Right, here we go. Let's do a little bit of the peacock, because it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? So here we go. So just nice sort of feathery strokes inward, like so. A couple more there. There we go. And then just because this is a bigger area, I'm going to sort of go across. And again, I haven't got to be too careful, because from the front, my white work is only actually going to come through, as long as I don't go over my edges, it's not going to come through the black ink. See?
Okay.
Okay, so let's have a little look. Let's go through the... Again, I'm not pressing hard. Okay, there you go.
Look at that. I can't believe how much that actually comes through.
Yeah.
What a difference it makes.
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it? All right, so, and I say, what I did on the original, I had 2 layers. So I got it to this point, so it's, you know, sort of more of a grainy white, if you like, and then left it to rest, and then came back in again and did a second layer of white.
Wonderful.
All right?
So that just opens up more opportunities with the actual stamps, doesn't it?
So then ask yourself the question, do you want it just left white, or do you want to add a little pop of colour? So from the front, now, because we've made these nice and white, we can come in with, let me just take, so Perga colour pens. So these are water-based, so they're not going to react with my ink, because remember I've used a permanent ink on there. So what I'm going to do, quite simply, I've got a blending tool here, one of our Pergamano blending tools. I'm going to pop a nib in. At home, I'll be honest, when I was playing with this, I blended with my finger, all right, but I won't do it here. I'll do it. You know, we've got these and
We've got real precision there with those,
exactly,
haven't you?
very much so, okay? So literally, all I'm going to do here, I'm going to put the tiniest bit of colour. Can you see that tiny bit? And then all I'm going to do is flick the colour out. Like that, but literally it dries very quickly, so you only want to do is, let's just go literally for one at a time. What I could do with there is 2 right hands. That's better. See that? All right,
Isn't that wonderful?
Let me put the
now you've
colour
got
on
the
with
Pergamano Perga colours there on screen. 30 water-based markers for just £25.94. That's a great buy as well, isn't it? 339657. Now, hopefully we can bring the colours up for you as well, because with 30 of them, you've got an awful lot of colours there. Look at them there. Wonderful. And you need the tiniest bit to do what Maria's doing right now as well.
Tiny bit, really. It's just, it's brilliant.
Lovely colours.
Yeah, I mean, value, they are brilliant, because they're double-ended. So you've got the bullet nib, which I'm using at the moment, but you've also got the very, very fine tip, so you can get in really tiny little areas. There we go, let me do a tiny bit here. This is better, using both hands.
Lovely.
Right.
Well, we've got about 8 minutes left, Maria. Look at that, how delicate it is, but it looks really effective.
So the other one, if I bring in the original, which is just white, say it's literally, it's just preference. Yeah, so
I do like that bit of colour, I've got to admit.
Or just leave it white, it's up to you, but it's really easy and from the front to do that. All right.
Isn't that lovely? I'm amazed by the white work there. I'd never even thought to think of using stamps in that way. This is why we have the experts here, of course. Now, if you do want the stamp, it comes along with the stencil. £14.97. Item number 530601. Different sizes as well. You've got that great addition there of the stamps that will go with the fresh cut die if you want to go for the die as well. Each one being a different size, which really does open up the options for you. If you want the die itself, there it is on screen now. Of course, it's one of the Clarity fresh cut dies. It works beautifully. It cuts like a dream. 4 inches by 4 inches. You've got the peacock floral aperture die there. As we've seen, you can snip out from that as well, take bits away, keep it as a square. It's entirely up to you. Work with so many different papers, of course, as well. What a lovely new addition to the Clarity die family, of course. Now, the parchment paper that you did see being in use there, that is gorgeous as well. And as Maria said, you can even take the colour out on the back if you want to strip away a bit of a colour with a razor as well. So many options with these. You've got the pick and mix, and you've got the bonus folder worth £7.99 included with this as well, which is really useful. Saving £10 and 2 payments if you want to take it on FlexiBuy of £19.98. 463802. Lovely, lovely items. Now we've got 5 or 6 minutes left, Maria. Can we fit in a third and final demonstration?
We'll have a go. We're definitely going to have a go. All right. So let me grab a couple of little bits that I need. So, so we've shown the die just sort of as it is in the card. We've shown it being chopped out and sort of given a little bit of trim. But what we haven't shown is how you can piece, because our dies are aperture dies and they stay within the card and they don't drop out. What we can do is piece them as well.
Oh, of course,
so if I show this to you,
I just think this is stunning. Right,
really,
let me just
like
hold this up. There's no right and wrong way with this one, is there, Maria?
Because it's
you've
kind
got
of a mirror image, if you like.
Well, you've got portrait, so you can have it portrait that way. You can have it portrait that way. You could go landscape if you wanted to, but your peacock would be more on its side. But do you know what? You could snip out the peacock as well, couldn't you? And just have the urn there as well.
Yeah.
So I do like it landscape way, I've got to say. But you've got the choice there. Isn't that stunning? Oh, I love the glittery effect in there. Really pretty.
Cool.
Do love it.
Right,
okay.
Okay, so die cutting bit first.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with a sheet of A4 rather than cardboard, because it's a little bit bigger than usual.
When we're demoing, Maria, you can just come this way a little bit, just so we can get it into the camera. That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I did say I'd be really, really good and I'd do as I'm told and put stuff where it's needed, but I forget.
It's fine.
I forget.
We'll just give you gentle reminders.
Indeed, yeah. Just give you a kick under the counter, that'll work. Right, here we go. So we're going to stick this down. So let's go just sort of about here. I'm going to give it a stick. It's not quite so important, this one, to stick it down, but it will be on the next one. I'm going to do the mirror image. Right, okay, so that's my sandwich. So I'm going to put that together and just pop this through. Okay.
I'm just laughing again there, because for the benefit of our lovely viewers, of course, we have a position that is prime position. But I'm just thinking about when we're at home crafting, and I think most of us are like it. We work in the tiniest little spaces, and it could be over there, it could be over here.
Yeah.
We just don't have a set spot. Maybe that's what we need to do, Maria. Mark an X on our crafting spaces and stay within them.
No, it's never
so when we
happen.
come to studio, we don't get told off.
No, see, I have a big space, but then I fill the big space. That's the problem. I just get everything out, and right, here we go. So gently.
Look how beautiful that's cut again.
So that is the first cut. All right, so now what I need to do is just get rid of, where's my tool, all the few bits that are left in here. All right, which is not a lot, but let's try and get rid of them. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around. Let's get rid of, there you go, tiny little flick. Look at that, all gone. There
wow.
we go. Let's get rid of that little bit. Out you come. Okay, let me get rid of those into my, so they don't get in my way. And then we're going to cut again. Now this is the thing, how do you know where to position? So all we need to do, I'm turning the die around now, look, so that we're going to kind of mirror image, and I need to just kind of butt this up like so. There, so it's just kind of touching the other image. So this is the bit where I do need it kind of, because I don't want this to move. I want this to stay nice and still when it goes through the machine. So I'll give it a good stick down. There we go. So I'll run that through. I don't know if you want to show.
Yes, we'll show one or two samples while you're die cutting there. So I've got a combination here of the stencil, the stamp and the dies as well. I think this one must be the stamp because it's nice and smooth. Do you know, I really can't tell the difference with some of them. This one has got to be a stamp, I think. Oh, it could be a stamp. No, it's a stamp because of the size of it. And stencil used as well. Look in the background there, but embossed. Isn't that beautiful as well? Love the black on the red there. Now this is nice. We've not seen this one before. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. So using the stencil there as well. That's very, very pretty. There we are. We've got some for the die as well. I'm just going to remind you of one or two of the die. Oh, I like that. I've got to show you this one. Just while Maria's getting all the bits out of there. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? And then, of course, the card that Maria made earlier on as well. Same design, snipping into it just shows how you can take it out of the square, and a reminder of this one, because I just think using the red is a beautiful way, and also snipping into it in a completely different way, and also using the gilding flakes as well. Amazing, isn't it? So many different options. There really, really is. And I'm sure you're going to find many more yourselves as well when you get yours home.
Right, okay, so now what you'll see, tiny couple of little bit. I didn't even flick that second time, it just all fell out. If I show that to you,
okay.
All right, so you can see now how we've got the mirror image. I'm just rooting in my drawer now.
Show you that there. I have actually got the finished version, just in case we run out of time as well.
We might,
but look at that, I like it just in the black and white, but putting that colour behind there as well totally changes it, doesn't it? So what is the glitter that we've used here then, Maria?
Right, Perga glitter, which is really very, very lovely.
Lovely.
Okay, comes in a little case here, 6 little pots.
Oh wow.
All right.
Oh, isn't that neat?
Like that.
Lovely.
Okay.
Details there for the Perga glitter as well. I'll give you that one back.
Okay.
I just think that's stunning. $19.99 for the Perga glitter. 6 pots in iridescent colours. 700045. We've got about a minute left, or just less than a minute. Hasn't it gone quick, Maria?
Yeah, it absolutely has. Shall I talk the rest of that?
Yes, I might.
Okay.
We
can kind of go through.
We can.
All right. Well, a stencil. Canvas board, all right, and I've used one of the paste. I've used the gel paste to actually glue down a piece of the 12 by 12 paper onto here. Okay.
Lovely.
Then what I've done on here, I've taken some of the double-sided adhesive sheets, a sheet and a half. Now I've stuck it on here, okay, and then I've turned it over, stuck it on here.
I see.
And then we can put the glitter on, or the gilded flakes, or whatever it may be.
Oh, of course, the gilded flakes would look amazing.
Yeah, beautiful, or combination.
So that's what you need, double-sided adhesive. Yeah. They're on the canvas, it's beautiful. Well, we've been counted out, Maria. What a lovely show. It's
just
so
flown by, isn't it? Thank you.
You're loving these. Stay with us, much more to come as well. We'll give you the menu. Maria will be back very, very soon. Bye-bye. Yes, coming up next, it's 1 o'clock, so it means Realms of Fantasy one-day special. Then we're letting Leonie loose once again. Then we've got Tactile Treasures. I'm back then at 1 till 3 o'clock, yes.
Made from 100% recycled material, these 30 sheets of 12 by 12 grey board are a must-have for every crafter. At 2mm thick, this high-quality grey board is strong and incredibly versatile, working well with a variety of different paints, inks and other mediums. Add this to your crafting stash at hochanda.com.
Hi, I'm Charmaine